Buying a used car is a big financial commitment. One local couple says they were excited to get their new ride.
But not long after they drove it off the lot, they say they had problems. When the dealership refused to take back the car, they called NBC10 Responds for help. Here's NBC10's Valeria Aponte-Feliciano.
I fell in love with it.
Kasha Bryan says she planned for a long time to buy this car.
It was a used Nissan 2017 Rogue. And it was a nice car.
Bryant and her husband bought the car from Sheridan Nissan in Newcastle, Delaware. They say despite loving their purchase, they started having some issues with the dealership.
The day that I purchased the car, we were going to pick it up that Monday, but they said, no, you have to take it right now, the same day.
Then Bryant says there was some confusion with their paperwork.
A few days later, they called my husband and said that the address was spelled incorrectly and they needed me to come back up there.
So she went back.
And when I went up there, they said, oh no, the address is fine, it's okay. It's your name the way you signed your name on this paperwork doesn't match the way your name is signed on the license.
So she re-signed the paperwork.
They said, okay, everything's fine. You're going to have your paperwork in a few days.
Those few days went by and Bryant got another call. She says the dealership told her husband they needed to bring the car back because it wasn't inspected.
We would have never known that the car was never inspected until he gave me the phone call. And I was like, how could you not realize the car was not inspected?
Bryant says at that point she also started having issues with the car's infotainment system on the dashboard.
My husband kept trying to reach out to them. He talked to a few people. They told him to come up there.
When Bryant's husband got there, she says Nissan told him the people he needed to speak to weren't there. Their next move was to try and get in touch with the manager.
He wouldn't answer our call. I called back. Oh, he's in a meeting.
Bryant says she would get no call back.
I told my husband, like, if they keep playing games, just say we'll give the car back. So he said, we want to give the car back.
The Bryants said they were told by the dealership they would not take the car back, despite sharing their concerns about the infotainment system and not being aware the car wasn't inspected before purchase. Their next call was to NBC10 Responds.
My husband, he watches Channel 10 all the time, and he was like, you should reach out to Channel 10. They can help you.
We reached out to Sheridan Nissan asking for its understanding of the situation. With the Bryants' permission, we shared their paperwork and concerns about their car. The next day, Sheridan Nissan told us they were reaching out to the Bryants. A manager got back to them.
So we went up there that day, and he said, what do you want to do? You want us to fix the car, or do you want to give the car back? I said, well, there's no trust. I don't trust you guys anymore, so I want to give the car back.
Sheridan took back the car and returned Bryant's down payment and first car payment, totaling $1,246.04.
I was like, oh my Lord, it blew my mind.
NBC10 Responds reached out to Sheridan Nissan again, asking about their decision to take the car back from the Bryants. The dealership tells us, quote, we did nothing illegal or in violation of any Delaware statute. And Sheridan Nissan is right. A dealership can sell a car in Delaware without it being inspected. But that varies by state. In New Jersey, a dealer has to inform the buyer if a used car needs to be inspected at a private inspection facility. In Pennsylvania, a dealership is required to look at a list of conditions within 30 days of the vehicle entering inventory and disclose it to the buyer. That includes if a vehicle is unable to pass state inspection. Sheridan went on to tell NBC10 Responds, quote, we did have a customer that wanted to return a vehicle and we obliged that request. Additionally, the car went through inspection immediately after it was returned to us and it passed.
I didn't know how long it was going to take. I needed a car, and I was like, oh, I felt so hopeless. And then you guys gave me hope.
For anyone looking to buy a new car, the more you know going into the dealer, the better you'll feel driving out. You'll want to get a vehicle history report that includes a record of independent inspections. Also know this, the dealers have to put a buyer's guide on every used car. The guide will tell you if a car has a warranty or is being sold as is. The Federal Trade Commission has a guide for used car buyers. You can go to NBC10.com/responds to find it. Just look under the helpful links tab. We added the value of cash as refund to our total. To date, NBC10 Responds has recovered more than $2.8 million in money, goods, and services for our viewers. If you have a consumer problem, scan the QR code on your screen for direct access to our NBC10 Response complaint form. You can also find it on the free NBC10 app, or just give us a call.